right, let's get into the Weekly Watch Report where we talk about the things we watched this week. I feel like I'm definitely going to leave out some things.
No jingle?
Oh, sorry. Weekly Watch Report on Monday. 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 Thank you for reminding me, Noah.
Wait.
I can't believe I almost forgot.
No jingle?
No jingle? I'm shocked and appalled at myself. I'm definitely forgetting some things, but these are the main things I watch. Traitors.
Yes.
It's just fantastic. And we got to give a shout out to our guy, Pilot Pete.
Yes.
Because the way
He's running the show.
The way that Pilot Pete is running Traitors right now,
and honestly,
is
like,
hilarious.
if you are behind, there might be a couple disclaimers
Yeah.
here for this Weekly Watch Report. Traitors disclaimer, if you're not up to date, we might let something slip here that you may not want to hear. So just keep that in mind. Beep, 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 beep. Pilot Pete is absolutely crushing the game. And as he should be. And Dan, have you watched Big Brother?
No, but I thought about watching recently because of Traitors.
Right.
Because I'm like, people do love Big Brother, but I've never watched it.
I've never watched it. And the amount of people in my DMs, you could clearly tell who have watched Big Brother and who haven't. Because the people who haven't were very much like, oh, that guy's so annoying, like blah, blah, whatever, which is how I've felt about it. And then the people who watched Big Brother were like, oh my God, he pulled off like an incredible Big Brother season. Like, you have to watch.
But I think,
which is different. I just think that's different. Like, you can pull off an amazing Big Brother season and be annoying.
yeah, I think that happens though for a lot. Like, I love Parvati because I love Survivor, and Parvati has had some fantastic Survivor seasons. So I'm biased to Parvati, but some people watching are probably like, probably don't love her.
Yeah.
As for Pilot Pete, we're trying to get Pilot Pete on this show so we could talk to him about Traitors, because it's just funny because for the first like 3-4 episodes, you didn't even know Pilot Pete was on the show.
I know.
It was like he was silent, but apparently deadly, because
He's a puppeteer right now.
He was, forming this group, this alliance that nobody could have seen coming.
I'm very excited to see what he decides to do.
Yeah, I am too. I hope he decides to become a traitor. I think that would be an interesting twist. I think no matter what, Parvati and Phage are fucked.
Yeah.
Because they all know it's one of them, and even if they get him as a traitor, he could still convince his group that it's Parvati, and then Pilot Pete's gonna win the game. Because they won't believe he's a traitor.
Right.
If nobody is gonna believe Pilot Pete's a traitor when it comes down to it. So I feel like at the end, Pilot Pete's got a good chance of winning this game
really
right now.
He really does.
So I am so in on Traitors. I'm giving Traitors an A. I'm really loving Traitors.
I did not like Dan's last ditch effort to throw Phage under the bus.
And
I really didn't like
Parvati,
that at all.
like, he was like, all right, fuck it, I'm about to throw both the Traitors
Yeah,
in.
seriously, like,
but
what?
you know what? You kind of have to do that though, because
I guess
as I
it
was
is
watching,
it's your
I was
last
like,
ditch.
I was like, when Pilot Pete was asking Parvati who, I was like, just say fucking Dan, just throw Dan under the bus and just say that you think it's Dan.
Because honestly, and she should have, because that was Dan's dumb idea with Bergie, when like they knew they were taking a massive risk that Pete was lying about the shields.
Yeah.
And they went with Dan anyway, and they did it, and then it exposed them. It exposed them completely.
Right. So I was like, just fucking say Dan and get him out. Who cares?
Yeah.
But Dan got out, and that was great. So Traitors gets an A. I watched Griselda. 6 episodes quick.
I watched it too. Did you do that this weekend?
Yes, I did that
when you were doing nothing.
Doing nothing.
So did I.
Sofia Vergara was fantastic in this show.
So good.
Great for her. I just feel like we've always seen Sofia Vergara in like comedic roles, funny, and I thought that this was like the perfect role for her. Obviously, very interesting story. Griselda Blanco. I feel like a lot of male drug lords get talked about. Obviously, Pablo Escobar.
Yep.
I love that they started it by saying there's only one man that scares me in this world, and it's a woman. Griselda Blanco was a line from Pablo Escobar, which I thought was hilarious.
Yeah.
That they started it that way, and I thought it was really good. I thought it was very interesting. Did she name her son after Michael Corleone from Godfather? Because his name is Michael Corleone Blanco.
Right. I think so.
Because I was like,
but what was Dario's last name?
I was just confused because I think like she named like because then I was looking it up and I was like, The Godfather came out in 1972, and then Michael Corleone Blanco was born in 1975, so she must have named him
Right.
after.
Right, because Dario's name was Dario Sepulveda. So.
Yeah, so I don't know, that was just a little tidbit. But Griselda for me gets a B plus. It was just short. Like, it was just 6 episodes.
Yeah, it did take a wild turn, and I know that her family has said that there was like a lot of creative liberties
Yeah.
taken. I don't think they were,
Because they said it was
pleased.
based on,
Yeah.
you know, but that
Yeah.
always means that they're going to change some things.
Totally.
And make it a little bit more dramatic or whatever. So,
Yep.
I was just kind of like, wow, good for Sofia Vergara. Like, what a role.
I know. She did do a really good job.
Love Island All-Stars.
She's being sued. Oh no, the show is being sued by the son,
Yeah. Michael, who is he's
suing,
the one that's alive.
alleging that it was an unauthorized use of his quote artistic literary work and the family's image, likeness, and or identity.
He also said that he tried to say that his mom was prettier than what they portrayed. And that's tough to say when Sofia Vergara
Yeah.
is playing your mom.
Yep.
And then you like look up the pictures of Griselda Blanco and you're like, you're going to say that about Sofia Vergara? Let's be real.
Yeah.
But okay, you know, you loved your mom.
Yep.
Love Island All-Stars. I'm all caught up.
Mm-hmm. With UK time, not
Yeah,
what's
not
on Peacock. So
UK,
honestly, we probably
UK.
shouldn't even share too much. 'Cause
I won't
I
share
don't think
anything.
There's that many people watching.
I won't share anything. I'll just say this.
Yeah.
Georgia Steele needs to fucking get a grip.
Yeah.
That's it. That's
Yeah.
it. What a fall, because I was a Georgia fan, because I thought she was funny. And I no longer think Georgia's funny. And I no longer think Georgia has matured, which I said last
I
week.
feel like we are kind of sharing a lot.
Sorry, I'm just saying. That's it.
Yeah.
Because I just need to clarify, because last week I said that I think Georgia matured. She did not mature.
Right.
She didn't.
Right. No, the last couple episodes have been absolutely insane and really, really good.
Really good show, though.
I haven't watched Sunday Nights, which I'm the most excited about because
Yeah.
I'm hoping people were freaking out about it
watched.
online. Yeah. Was it good?
Yeah.
Last night's episode?
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, I gotta watch.
Ending, cliffhanger. Cannot wait for today's
Oh
episode.
my God. Okay. All right. Good. They're doing a great job.
I'll keep my mouth shut because I have more to say. But
Yeah,
I won't.
it's so hard.
So hard.
It's so hard now because when it wasn't on Peacock or anything, it was like, okay, people only can be watching it on a VPN. And now I feel like so many people are probably just watching it on Peacock and it's just delayed.
All I'll say, it's really fucking good. It's really good. I'm
What'd
gonna
you
give
grade
it. I'm gonna give it an A. I'm gonna give Love Island All Stars an A. I've been locked in. I definitely watch more things. I'm just blanking now. You know, I those are the 3 things I wrote down. They were my main things, and I guess that's all I'm going to talk about.
yeah,
I'm like totally blanking.
I'm gonna have some that you're gonna be like, I watched that.
Right. There were
Don't
there
worry.
was a couple of hours on Saturday where Marty just watched college basketball, and
Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Oh, Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. I'll give it a B.
Mm-hmm.
Because I always like it.
Yeah.
I just miss some of the OG characters.
That's fair.
Obviously, some.
R.I.P. Marty.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Obviously, some people can't be a part of it.
Not your Marty, but
Yeah, Marty Funkhauser.
yeah.
To be clear.
Mhm.
But I'll give it a B because I have faith.
Yeah.
And yeah, there were a couple hours on that was just college basketball. So like I napped, I went on my phone, you know, so I didn't watch it. So there's a big chunk there where I wasn't watching anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, when you bring up stuff, I'll probably remember what I watched.
Okay, I'll grade the same stuff that you watched. So Traitors, I'll give an A. So good.
Mm-hmm.
Love Island All Stars, I'll give an A minus. And make sure we're up to date UK time, so
Yeah.
that's a big factor here.
Yes, it is.
Griselda, I will give a B.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Certain parts like lost me a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
just because, like I know it was crazy and I know crazy shit was happening, but towards the end there was just some stuff that like felt
Yeah.
incredibly far-fetched
Right.
to me. That maybe, I don't know, maybe
We're
they
not
did
in that
happen
world,
in some
so-
version or like whatever,
Yeah.
but yeah. But Sofia Vergara, fantastic.
Yes.
And the actor that played Dario, extremely handsome. Extremely handsome. Okay, I'll grade Curb as well. I also watched Curb. I'll give it a B plus. Like I liked it, had multiple LOL moments,
Yeah.
but there's always room to, you don't want to start too high because the season always gets better.
Yeah. The J.G. Wentworth,
Yeah.
starting off, made me cry because I was like, the amount of times I do
yeah,
that where
yeah.
I'm singing one
Yep.
of those commercials,
Yep.
and it's just stuck in your head. The
Yeah.
moments like that are why I love Curb.
I know.
Where you're just like, man, why is that so relatable? You're like, you feel like they're in your head.
Did
The
you
nickname thing really also just like had me cracking
did you
up,
see the whole Latte Larry's like
Yeah.
Yeah, the
pop-up
pop
shop
up. I
in
was
LA?
jealous. Yeah.
That looks so cool.
Yeah.
It does look really cool. Okay, Vanderpump Rules. You watched that?
Oh, I watched Vanderpump.
You did
That
watch
feels
that?
so long ago.
Yeah,
'cause
that
it
was
at
on
the
Tuesday,
Because
yeah.
it was on Tuesday
night.
Yeah.
First episode of Vanderpump Rules, new season. I had a feeling it was kind of gonna start in a little bit of a weird place because everybody is trying to get their footing post Scandival, which is how it felt. I don't know. Personally, the episode came off a little forced to me. It just felt like all these people had not really been hanging out in a while, and then like they started filming again and all had to hang out again. And with the Lala voice noting Raquel, to me that also felt like maybe not necessarily that Lala was forced to do it, but I could see like a slight producer push to be like, hey, because I think Lala knows how to make good TV. She
Yeah.
knows how to make good reality TV, and I think she knows that like the show would have more eyeballs if Raquel was on it. And she said on Watch What Happens Live that like that during that moment, they still didn't know that Raquel was not coming back to the show. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, that's a clear like push to be like, oh, I'd really love to have a chat. And I'd really love for it to be on camera so that we can use it for the season. That's just kind of how that felt. So we'll see how it goes. I thoroughly enjoyed that Sandoval did not really have any airtime during this episode because he has just gotten more and more and more somehow annoying to. I almost threw my phone this weekend. There was a bunch of TikToks that were made. I'm sure you saw them about him, like master manipulator, narcissist, trying to throw blame at Nick Viall when he showed up late. And he was like, Nick, you showed up 2 hours late
Yeah.
to my pod, like totally deflecting. And Nick was like, that's just not true. Like, it's just not true.
Yeah.
Natalie had the receipts. She was
Yeah.
like, Nick texted me at 6:50. He was coming home. Like, you're just nothing. He's like, no, you were late, man. Like, no. And it's just like, gah. Can't stand him.
Yeah. He's just brutal.
Right. And I really don't want to watch some like fucking say we feel bad for Sandoval or like Sandoval starts going on dates and like I just don't care.
The thing is, I don't think anybody's going to feel bad for Sandoval watching because he makes it really hard to feel bad for him when he starts talking.
Yeah.
It's when the other people are talking about him and for him is when people start to feel bad,
Right.
but not when he is talking. So if they show him a lot, no, I don't think people are going to feel bad. I think the show, it's very curated conversation. When Sheena said, this line fucking killed me. She goes, people keep
Oh, the
asking me
Ozempic,
if
yeah,
I'm on Ozempic. Have they heard of Scandival?
Yeah.
I almost shut it off. I was like, this is not a natural conversation.
Right.
This is, why does it have to be brought up in every conversation?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know? And I understand what they're doing because it literally was 2 months after. So
Right.
like it's still hot and heavy.
It's
like
fresh.
it's fresh.
It's
They're
exactly
still
what
talking
Ariana
about
said
it.
when she was here. Like,
Right. But I get Ariana talking about it.
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
That is Ariana's life, is what
Right.
she's living in the moment. But
Sheena,
Sheena
really had to make it clear how affected she was by
she is by it.
Scandival.
And it's like, you know, like, of course these things
Just
can
Sheena,
affect,
baby.
of course these things can affect other people.
Yeah.
But they affect the people in it the most.
Yeah.
Being Ariana and Raquel and Sandoval.
Yeah.
Are the people in it, you know?
Yep.
Like, and affecting differently, of course.
Yeah.
I don't mean that they, whatever. But it's just, oh God, that I was like, oh my God, like this is going to be this is my feeling on Vanderpump Rules. I think Scandival
Yeah.
was the saving grace of getting another season because
it was.
They said that this show was going to get canceled if
Yeah.
it wasn't for this, and so it made for a hell of a season, and a hell of an ending of last season.
Yep.
But I do think it's ultimately going to be the downfall of Vanderpump Rules.
Yeah.
Because I don't think that they are going to be able
Just
to get
nothing
away
can live
from
up
it.
to that.
It's not even that nothing can live up to it. I also think they are never going to be able to get away from it.
Right.
Like,
Right.
it's always going to be
Yep.
what people talk about with Vanderpump Rules. It's always going to be what people talk about to the cast of Vanderpump Rules. It's going to be what they talk about because they know how much people were roped in.
Right.
And so although it was the rise of Vanderpump for the last year, I also think it is sadly going to be the downfall. But we'll see what
that's fair.
happens.
That's
That's
fair.
my thoughts.
Okay, so Vanderpump Rules, I'm giving a C+ episode 1.
Yeah, I'll give it a C.
Yeah, slow start. I think it'll pick up.
But yeah, I mean, Sandoval, those videos of him, oh my God.
No, just brutal.
He is infuriating.
Brutal
He's
to
infuriating.
watch. Brutal to watch.
How did Ariana even date him for that long?
Yeah, I know.
Like,
I know.
holy fuck.
I know.
Getting into any sort of argument with him, I mean, we've seen it on TV, but oh God. I want to
Terrible.
fucking tear my eyes and earballs out.
Yeah.
Earballs.
Your balls. Balls and ears.
My earballs.
Okay.
Eardrums.
I watched American Nightmare. I hadn't watched it.
Mhm.
I watched all of that. I'll give that once again, it's another scenario like documentaries, but I'll give it a B+. I was captivated for sure. Crazy fucking story. Sometimes when these Netflix documentaries come out and like they're like, hey, this happened in I think it was like 14, 15, 16, like when was it? 10ish years ago maybe?
2015.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, 10ish years ago. And I'm like, damn, I had no like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why did
no
we hear about
fucking
this?
idea
How
that
did
this
we know?
happened.
Guys, there's so many things
So
happening.
many
Taylor
crazy
Swift must
shit.
have released a new
Yeah,
album.
So
or something.
there's just so much crazy shit that happens
There
in
is
the world.
so many things happening at this very moment that
Yeah.
we don't know about that could
Yeah.
be made into a documentary
But
10 years from now.
that was crazy and like infuriating all at the same time to watch. But like that was quick. Like with 3 like 45-minute episodes.
Yeah.
The Greatest Night in Pop I watched. No, I thought it was fantastic.
Really good.
Really good. Like Noah talked about the other week, all about the night that they made the We Are the World song after the American Music Awards. Very Lionel Richie heavy, telling that story, and they had a bunch of other people involved, but really, really good. I'll give that a B+. I thought that was really
It's always
good.
cool when they just have been sitting on footage for like
Yeah.
30, 40, 50 years. And it's
Right.
like,
There's so many other things that your mind goes to. It's like, damn, did they have cameras running for that too? You know,
Yeah.
like it
Yeah.
just seems like they're always.
I'm going to do
there's
one of those
always
for Chicks in the
something.
Office in 50 years.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. No, I thought that was.
Wait,
I
what did
thought
you
that
give
was
it?
really good. B+.
C+.
Real Housewives of Miami and Beverly Hills. I watched. Beverly Hills, I'll give a B. They're on their trip right now. It's we're in like classic Housewives on vacation where there's like some arguing, but nothing too crazy yet. Crystal, I will say I do kind of believe that Crystal said that about the other women, that they were like not educated and like it was all like I kind of could see Crystal talk like
Yeah.
early on, like Crystal talking shit about all of them.
I didn't watch Beverly Hills
Yeah.
this week.
And then Miami, also really good. They're in the same phase right now. Like Miami, they're also all on a trip. I'll give Miami a B+. I think Miami is sneaky the best Housewives that's on. It's just like crazy. They went to this like experience experimental dining where like they were in this big empty room and there were all these lights and there were like shirtless guys in bunny masks and tiny shorts and like some guy painting in the corner and they were like having their dinner and
Sutton would have been disgusted.
Oh, she would have, yes. Yeah. But they're just so fun. Like Adrian, like the commentary is just incredible. All the Chicagos obviously caught up on episode 3 of All the Chicagos. Sometimes, you know, I can't, like, it's tough to grade all of them. I'll give them all, I'll go B across the board. I thought they were all pretty evenly matched this week. Kind of seems like Taylor Kinney is going to have this like in and out vibe on Chicago Fire. Like he just keeps leaving for shit. I also watched Migration, the animated movie, because I had been wanting to see it and the trailer made me laugh every time I saw the trailer.
Did it live up?
It's adorable. Super cute movie. I give it like a B+. I thought it was so cute. Short. Like it was like 85 minutes. Yeah. Like it was like
short and sweet to the point.
Yeah. Like I really thought it was adorable. And of course, like the credits start to roll. First of all, the end scene, they use a song that Joe and I like, that we love. It's Mama always said, look up into the sky on the storm on a cloudy day. On a cloudy day. No, you know that one?
Maybe. But I'm not catching it from
said,
like
look up
this.
into the sky. I could be singing the wrong words as well. That's always a problem when I start singing a song. But it was just like it was joy. And then the credits started rolling. And I said, written by Mike White. I was like, no wonder I fucking love this movie.
That guy.
That freaking guy.
He's always behind everything.
I know.
Good.
He's got his hands on a bunch of projects, and I love every single one of them. So Mike White wrote the movie, and I thought it was adorable.
You know what?
If you have small children, I highly recommend the movie. Or if you're like me, who still loves to watch animated pictures intended for small children, I thought it was adorable.
Yep.
So
and shout out to Mike White.
Yes, that's everything I watched.
He can write for all ages.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. I watched The Greatest Night in Pop. I'll give that an A- because that's just like right up my alley. And
well, you watched it already.
Yeah.
Oh, but I thought did you say it was something you wanted to watch? Didn't you bring it up on the last week?
I said I watched it. You guys should all watch it.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you're saying it again?
It wasn't on the Weekly Watch Report.
Oh.
I just said it in like a normal podcast.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I'll give that an A-. I watched Mr. and Mrs. Smith the whole season.
The
Donald
TV
Glover.
show?
Yeah. On Prime.
Very good.
Good.
I thought it was like very, very good. So I'll give that an A. Everything Donald Glover does.
Yeah.
It's like,
He
it's
is
going to
good.
be quality,
Yeah.
but
It's good.
also the chemistry between, and I don't know if I've ever seen this actress, Maya
Mrs. Smith.
Erskine, Mrs. Smith.
Yeah.
Which I thought it was interesting that they said it was originally supposed to be a Phoebe.
Dynevor, right?
No, Waller-Bridge, or is that her
Oh.
name? Who Fleabag?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Phoebe Waller-Bridge.
Yeah. She was originally supposed to play, and then she dropped out. But
Interesting.
Maya was really good. And there's like a lot of great cameos from like other actors, like big actors. But yeah, and it's only I think 8 episodes. It was very good. So that gets an A. I watched this movie on Netflix.
Are they hour long or short?
They're like 50-ish minutes,
yeah.
I think. But it flies by. And it's like cool to see like there's callbacks obviously to like the movie and everything. This movie that I watched on Netflix, Silent Night, came out in 2021. There's multiple Silent Night movies. This one came out in 2021. Basically the premise is there's like a storm, and it's just wiping out, like once it comes it kills you and like you suffer, like it's just slowly going through the whole world, like this windstorm that kills everyone.
And you can't escape it.
You can't escape it. So then it centers around this family, and they're like they all have these pills basically that they're going to take right before so that they die with no pain. That's the whole thing. And like
Okay.
just kind of like leading up to dying.
It's dark.
It is. It was okay. I'll give it a C. It wasn't great.
Yeah,
but,
not the worst, but not the best.
You guys haven't started watching Expats, have you?
No,
but I will.
Yeah, I think you would like it.
I wanted to watch it too, but I was deciding between that and Griselda, and I went Griselda.
And I like when there's more episodes out.
Yeah,
because I know once I get hooked on a Nicole Kidman show, I need more.
That was the nice thing about Mr. and Mrs. Smith, that
all the episodes are out.
Came out at one time. Yep,
right.
Yep.
Expats, I watched episode 3 this week, and it's like slow right now, but it's building towards something I know. So I'll give it a B-.
I just know it.
And I watched Masters of the Air episode 3.
I haven't watched 3 yet.
Yeah,
I heard 3 was good.
it was good. I something about Austin Butler. I just can't do it. He just takes me out of everything.
I was just talking to my brother about it because I said, like, honestly, I almost wish, and this is not to take away from the other actors, and, you know, I just almost wish that they cast this show with a bunch of people we didn't know.
That's what they kind of did with, like, Band of Brothers and Pacific, and I think it works.
There's something there's just something that
like
I don't think works as much when you have, like, big name actors.
It would have been like if Leonardo DiCaprio was in, like, Band of Brothers. I don't know.
Yeah.
And his it's the voice. That's the main thing. It's
just,
you
just got to accept it, Noah. And, like, it's the only way you can get past it because it's how he is. Did you see those clips of him and Callum Turner on the Drew Barrymore show?
No.
Oh my God. It was all over my For You page all weekend. I think I watched like the entire interview and like separate clips, but that's just him now, babe. Mm-hmm. It's just him.
It just feels like he's just trying to overact everything. And
I told you he needs an exorcism performed.
This is how close Drew was. Like, Callum was like here, but Drew was next to Austin Butler, like, and they were just they were locked in.
That's the way Drew does it.
They were locked in, and she was talking about how she was going on a blind date and she was nervous about it. Austin Butler was like, if you need an escape, like, you can call me, like, I'll be the fake friend.
Drew Barrymore,
and she was like, oh my God, please,
like here's my number.
I would love to see Larry David go on the Drew Barrymore show.
Oh,
he'd be like,
my God. Honestly, they should back. That would be an episode of Curb.
Yeah. So yeah, Expats, I'll give it a B-. Or I already said that. Master of the Air, I'll give it a B-. Yeah, I don't know. For some reason, it's not like hooking me in.
Yeah.
And I think Austin Butler is a big.
I just
part
know
of
that that's not my type of show, so I'm not even gonna like give it a shot.
Like Band of Brothers and the Pacific, I'm like, those are some of the greatest episodes of TV ever. But I don't know. I also feel like I've watched so many like World War II things that I'm kind of World War II'd out.
Aren't we all?
Yeah. And then I watched Curb Your Enthusiasm last night. I'll give it a B-. I mean, it's great to see Larry,
of course,
on screen again.
Yep.
But it's also like the Masters of the Air. It's like you're comparing it to like everything he's done up to this point. Mm-hmm. But honestly, I think like his interviews that he's done on late night talk shows have almost been funnier than that episode. Like everything he's done with.
Yeah, the first episode is never.
It's never
like,
gonna be.
Yeah,
boom.
never.
Yeah.
It's just sad knowing it's the end.
The Jeff Garland like just dyeing his hair was so funny. Like his hair is just black now.
It's also just like knowing that this is it.
But do you think it really like?
Yeah.
He was off for 20 years and then came back.
But I think it's.
Yeah.
I think this is it because Curb was done once before and he came back and now I don't think he would be ending it again then doing it. You can't do that twice.
No, you can't.
So I think
you're allowed one comeback.
Yeah, I think he's done.
Yeah, I think he probably is. But I also think that if in 5 years he was like, you know what, actually, they'd be like,
maybe a movie,
back.
Maybe a Curb movie.
Yeah, maybe.
That'd be cool. Did you ever watch Clear History, the movie?
No.
Oh my God, you guys have to. It basically is just a Curb movie.
Really?
It's incredible. It's Kate Hudson, John Hamm, Larry David.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I've never even heard of this.
It's all on Martha's Vineyard, the whole movie.
No, nope.
Oh my God,
good.
it's amazing.
I gotta look into that.
Yeah, but that's all I got.
Yeah. Oh, great. Okay. Those are the things we watched this week.
I do have one thing that I want to throw in that I honestly wish I brought up in the intro because now we're at the end of the show, but I feel like it is very important. Bieber's back. Justin Bieber is back. And honestly, this deserves a bigger moment in the show, but it popped into my head as we were going through the Grammy stuff, and then I forgot to say it then, and now I want to say it now because I can't go another episode without bringing it up. that Saturday Nothing Day, a lot of that contributed to the fact that I spent maybe 2 full hours on TikTok watching every single person's video that they posted from that show, from All-Star Weekend, NHL All-Star Weekend, and his performance. That was like surprise performance, everything, whatever it was. But he sounded incredible. He looked so happy. He was singing songs we haven't heard him sing in a while.
I think Bieber's happiest when he is in Canada and surrounded by hockey.
Yep, that is very true.
I think he is his happiest, and he looked great, and it was refreshing to see. And Bieber's one of those other. He just always has it.
Shawty is an eeny, meeny, miny, mo
and he's just having a good time.
He was a great time. I was just so happy for everybody that got to see that performance, because I can't wait to see what's next, because I know that touring is very taxing on him, and clearly touring is something that it seems like he does, and then it just doesn't work as well. So maybe there's a different format that would work better for him. Maybe he just does something kind of like how Taylor did, like before COVID canceled it all, but she was going to do like the Lover Fests, like kind of just certain places. Maybe he just does something like that. I don't know. The guy is just made for the stage.
Yeah, he is.
He's made to perform.
I know,
he's
but we
too
can't,
talented to keep it all bottled up.
But we can't force him.
I know.
Because he always ends up in a bad place.
I know. Yes.
We want Justin Bieber healthy and happy.
100%.
Like
he seems very healthy and happy right now. But God, those videos brought me so much joy.
Yeah,
that was
they
cool,
really, really did.
What the NHL did, where they had like basically celebrities be the captains of the team. Like Tate McRae was the other one.
Well, did you see the video of Michael Bublé talking about how he was on shrooms? And Will Arnett, no help at all.
No.
Will Arnett, asshole move to not help Michael Bublé in that moment, to just be like, you just lost a bunch of fans. I was like, all right, calm down, Will. Michael Bublé gained a bunch of fans from that, I think.
Maybe Will Arnett is like a real straight-laced guy.
Who knows? But I was like, damn, like kind of made me like, ugh, at Will Arnett, because Michael Bublé was really funny, and then all of a sudden Will Arnett coming in with the hammer, like, you gotta when someone is on shrooms and they are openly being like, listen, once someone says to you, I'm on shrooms, it's because they need
their mind.
They need the help. Yeah. They're like, listen, I'm on shrooms, and I need you to know I'm on shrooms because of how I'm acting right now. And maybe if you help me a little bit, that would be nice. And Will Arnett just did not help his guy in that moment. So disappointing. But Michael Bublé, you do your thing, and I think everyone was excited to see that from Michael Bublé this weekend.
Tate McRae and Kid Laroi.
Yeah.
Huh?
Hey.
A little canoodling happening there. Something.
That's a cute little couple.
Yeah, it definitely is. Definitely is. But yeah, I'm so excited.
Yeah, Bieber is semi-back.
Yes. I just
was
feel
he
like,
ever gone?
No, that's the thing. Like, it's just the performing.
No, it's just, but you haven't really seen him on stage performing like that in a while, like, and seeming to thoroughly enjoy it.
Yeah, I think it was different.
Like, he's performed, but I'm like, I haven't seen that smile on his face.
But he was also like sitting in a chair and like singing for real, right?
Yeah.
So like, it's not, when he goes on tour, I feel like it's a whole thing.
No, totally. It absolutely is. But no. Because I feel like we've been doing a lot more of this show as these past 2 years, and you just like haven't had the music, like people identify me as like the crazy like Jonas Brothers fan, but I had quite the Bieber stint. I really did. I was lining up. I was showing up. I lined up at the Nintendo World at Rockefeller Center to get him. He was doing an acoustic performance. It was like 2009 maybe. And he really just had Baby.
Yeah.
But like One Less Lonely Girl like just came out, and we made our sign about One Less Lonely Girl, and we thought we were like so inventive. We were like, damn, no one even knows this song yet. Like he's gonna see this sign and be like, wow, those are true fans.
It became a phenomenon.
Yeah, like we were writing our phone numbers on the back of signs and trying to hand them to him.
Where are they now? You know, the One Less Lonely Girls.
Yeah.
Where are they now?
That'd be a good documentary.
Yeah, I've said that before.
You have?
Yeah, I've tweeted that out.
You should bring that
it's
back around.
It's something I've been holding on to.
You should do that yourself.
A documentary on. Hold on, let me see.
You should put out a call and say to reach out to you if you've ever been a One Less Lonely Girl, we want to hear your story.
Maybe I didn't tweet it out, but I feel like I've said it on this podcast. But yeah, like did their life change after that? Did it stay the same? What happened?
Right, exactly.
That was probably the peak of their life.
How did the process go?
Right.
It's all downhill from there.
Yeah. What happened after that?
My high school graduation present was VIP tickets to the Believe tour, meet and greet. That was my.
Wait, so you met him?
Yeah.
Oh.
Meet and greet, but
we've seen the pictures.
You've seen the picture. He wasn't. He didn't seem too pumped about being at that meet and greet.
I think he was going through something.
Yeah, like it was still, even then it was like it was
how
just
old
like
were you?
That was 2012, 2013.
And he's what, your age, or is he a year older than you?
He's my age.
That's so funny. Like, I've never been like so obsessed with a music artist or anyone that's like my age, really.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. But
Other than, like,
that's where
London
you
Tipton.
as a girl, that's where you fall in.
Yeah,
with,
that
that's
makes
where
sense.
the delusion comes in.
That's where the delusion comes in. You're like, this guy is my age, which we could fall in love because we're the same age.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. One year I made my mom, very kindly asked. She really put up with a lot of my shit. But he was doing the Today Show for the Christmas album, and we really wanted to camp out, but my mom was like too afraid of us like camping out, and she came with us, and we got like a hotel room so that we could wake up at 3 and not like be on any trains or anything, and go and wait in line for the Today Show.
It's dedication
to get there.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, like I said, it was just it stirred something in me that has been dormant for some time. And seeing those videos, I was getting the fever.
Butterflies. Yeah, the fever was coming back.
I was feeling flush.
You had to take the temperature. I had to hide a lot of my interests growing up because I'm the youngest, and so my siblings would make fun of me for a lot of things, and I was so
and I'm so sad about that for you because it was truly the best.
Yeah, but I was so obsessed with High School Musical, so much so that my sister made it a point to never ever see High School Musical because of how obsessed I was with it.
Still to this day, my
sister, who is 6 years older than me, has never watched High School Musical in spite of how much I was obsessed with High School Musical.
And she would love High School Musical.
Yeah, and she would. She really would.
Her kid will love it, probably.
Yeah, I'm going to have to show her kid High School Musical.
Yep.
Because that's the treatment you get as the youngest sibling, is that like everything you like and everything you do is like uncool.
Yeah.
You know? And so, yeah, like my first concert was High School Musical, whatever. It was all the posters on my wall was High School Musical. Did she refuse to watch High School Musical? Like, she doesn't know any of the songs or whatever, all because I really liked it.
Yeah.
Like, that is that's really some
spite right
older
there.
Sister, younger sister shit right there.
Yep.
So, yeah. Like, I wrote on my wall in pencil, I hurt the Jonas Brothers really lightly because I had to be
and erasable.
I had to be cautious.
God forbid that was in pen.
About my likes because I would just get made fun of.
Yeah.
Thankfully, my best friend had the same likes that I did, so we were able to just love those things together. But to my family, no, you know.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
That some of your fangirl tendencies had to be suppressed.
They did, and it's okay because I got to do it in the privacy of my own room.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know,
super fair.